Hello guys, the editorial for October 17th, Tuesday, that is yesterday, we could not publish it. So today I will be doing it, and as you can see on the thumbnail, two articles are important: environmental impact assessment and also the AI, which we have already discussed multiple times, again in an angle like whether AI will be a threat to humanity, because we have already discussed whether AI will be replacing humans in jobs and all. So this is again little extended version of there with some examples and some case studies they have given. So we'll discuss that. And if you are a 2025 aspirant, this 1 week you will get a 9-month installment plan. Okay, if you join now, then you need to pay the fees only within next 9 months, that is till next June. Okay, next June we are giving like a split up of the fee structure of the complete prelims plus mains test series package. So you can WhatsApp immediately, because already many people came hearing this offer. So once the count goes high, then we will not be able to accommodate in that pack. Okay, then you will be able to only enroll to some other batches which will come later, and then you will miss this 575 days timetable, which we have very carefully designed for you to start from scratch. Okay, then again 2024 also same thing. 222 days timetable is there, because now only that many days are left for your prelims. So you have to do that, and that also 4-month installment package like October, November, December and January. You can do the payment of the prelims as well as mains. Combined self-study test series. So again, please WhatsApp immediately so that you don't miss out. Okay, because already this test series was launched more than 1 month back, and now the test date has started now, is starting now actually next week. So now if you again delay, then there's no point of joining. Now it is actually the correct time or the final time you can join. Okay, same like that 575 also already announced. Now we are just giving the installment for 9 months as an offer. Okay, so now taking today's newspaper, meaning actually yesterday's newspaper, October 17th, what are the important articles? If you see here, it is Telangana elections, because November elections are there everywhere, like Manipur or Telangana or Chhattisgarh, everywhere they are talking about politics a lot of times. So that is all not useful for you. Here also this dengue and malaria and all mosquito diseases, they have put a stats chart and all, not useful for exam. Kerala local news again is a Congress party's related thing. So here EIA and AI we'll discuss. Okay, these are the two important articles for you. So again, I am telling you, please note down the WhatsApp number and then contact immediately. Okay, there is a WhatsApp channel also where we post all the updates, including a lot of other things also, meaning our upcoming lectures and new video links and many things are there. Current affair packs are also there. So please come and join us. Okay, come and join in this WhatsApp number. So the first article I will take, environmental impact assessment. You know the Teesta Dam breach, the flooding which happened in Sikkim. I've already done a separate video for that also in Vysh Explains series. So that happened in early October, and flooding happened in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and all. So back to back in Himalayan mountains, we are seeing that problems are happening. Okay, devastation of properties damaged, people are dying, animals are losing their habitat. Many problems are happening. So it is like very like the correct time that we review our processes when we build some construction across these mountainous area. We already have something called the environmental impact assessment, or EIA. This is a process defined by United Nations Environment Program itself, and we have also put it in our Government of India, this Act, Ministry of Environment Act is there. And so this is a tool to identify the environmental, social and economic impact of a project before it is implemented. Meaning, let it be any construction, anything you are doing where nature is going to be hampered, or whether people are living there, then people will get affected. Okay, not only immediately, in the long term also. So that complete assessment, the word itself is like that, EIA, that is environment impact assessment, is the assessment of the impact on the environment. Okay, that is the proper definition. The name itself is the definition. So it compares various alternatives, meaning instead of this you could have done this, instead of cutting that many trees you have that option, or if at all you have to cut the trees, then you will replace afforestation and you will do more trees in some other area. So that complete analysis, the repercussions of environment, we will do through EIA. Okay, so this helps appropriate mitigation strategies. And so for that we need reliable data, because data, if it is not properly done, it will be of no use. So history of it, if you take 1976 time, before this EIA came, the Planning Commission had directed the Department of Science and Technology to assess the River Valley project. So the first form of this kind of assessment was done for a River Valley project, not for any other things, only for River Valley specific projects. And then later it got extended to all the projects that required approval from the Public Investment Board, which we had that time to decide the investments of the projects and all. So now administrative decision, it used to be of the central government alone. That time there is no role of the state. Center used to decide all these things. 1994, the Union Ministry of Environment, by that time this 1986 Environment Protection Act had come. So then they made the first ever EIA notification, making environmental clearance, that time it was called EC, environmental clearance, mandatory for setting up any new projects which are like specific to those like area which can hamper the environment. Okay, so notification of 1994. After that, in the last 11 years till 2006, 12 times it has been amended, meaning something like they will change the distance, like this much area you cannot cut trees, or this much surrounding Taj Mahal you cannot do something. So like that, something will be there where they will do small changes from 1994 to 2006. So 2006 again, decentralization happened, where state governments also started getting some powers with regard to this environmental clearance or EC, and then the process again fine-tuned. Okay, multiple times it got fine-tuned over the years from 2006 onwards. I'm just telling you the history. Okay, 70s to 90s to 2006, and now we are reaching 2020, where a draft EIA was floated, and then again there are many problems there. When public comments were asked for, they told like it is like more pro-industry, more than pro nature. It is pro industry and pro like infrastructure. It's good that we need development and tunnels and everything we need, but more if you orient towards that without considering the nature, then it can be problematic. Okay, so this is a regulatory tool which with proper visionary way, if you do, the sustainable development of the country also can be taken care. And now only projects enumerated in the schedule attached to the notification require prior EC. So now the new form 2020 notification or the EIA form which is there, lot of restrictions are there in which for the environment, meaning they are maximizing the development so that development clearance and all gets faster, everything will happen smoothly, so that more and more, if you see the infrastructure development the last 10 years under this government has been way beyond. It's like, I think more than 100 times than the before, like 60, 70 years or 100 years in Britishers time itself you calculate. Compared to that, 100 times more faster the road construction or the tunnel construction, that too through the mountains and all is happening. Okay, so that way when they do like this continuously, maybe that time nothing will happen, but the future generations may suffer. Some landslide can happen. So that's happening. One by one things are happening. So that is why you need to prioritize your projects and all, whether it's mining, extraction of natural resource, power generation, physical infrastructure, whatever is that, all these projects now it is like uniformly telling like there is one law, whether it is Himalayas or the coastal or the plains or the central highland, anywhere it is same law. Instead, you should specifically treat Himalaya, or they are telling IHR, that is the Indian Himalayan region. Okay, IHR, for them, considering the vulnerability and the fragility, you should have a separate set of laws for that. Not like the same thing which you do in coastal land, you cannot go and do it there. Okay, so that is the main suggestion, and that in round and round again this author will tell. Now in EIA, different stages are there or phases are there which they call like screening and scoping. Like, is an EIA actually required, and if required, to what scale? That screening will be done. Then assessment of the environmental risk, like what data will be collected to determine the environmental risk. Then mitigation, like what measures to be followed to minimize the impact. Then decision making, the regulatory agency will make the final decision on the permit issuance, whether you should be permitting the development here or not. Then monitoring, how will the environmental parameters be regularly monitored for possible impact. So these are the different phases and different stakeholders involved in a environmental impact assessment program. So now Indian regulatory system uses a graded approach. Like I told, different risks they will see, and depending on what project it is, how much forest is getting affected, how much reserved forest is getting affected, how much critical tiger reserves are getting affected. Like that, they take multiple parameters and a graded approach, and they decide whether to give permission or not. So as I told, the same thing what I showed you in picture. In scoping stage they will check, and then the next stage they will check. And despite IHR, as I told, having its special need, because it's area of immense ecological importance for the entire country, it serves as a water tower also. A lot of rivers start from there, and it's an ecosystem service provider. Still, the region is treated same like any other part of the country. That's what I told. Himalayas, because it's vulnerable to extreme weather conditions like flash flood, heavy rains, landslides, etc., and it is seismically or tectonically active, meaning earthquakes can happen there. Climate change is now added the vulnerability also. Considering all this, there is no mention of different set of standards needed for the IHR. Okay, so this will cause more devastation year after year, and we are already paying a heavy price for this indifference. Okay, meaning there's no difference between this thing. We're already paying a high price, and this can again continue. Okay, so the need for the mountains can be addressed at all the 4 stages of EIA, like I told, that scoping and up till monitoring, screening, scoping, public consultation, and appraisal. Everywhere this has to be considered before giving the EC or environmental clearance, and other problem is that there is no regulator at national level, meaning the central government is the one who announces the project, meaning we will build a tunnel. Now central government itself is doing the EIA whether it has to be approved or not. We need an independent regulator. Okay, if center itself decides, like, do you think they will tell no, don't do this, cancel this project? They will obviously approve it. The environment ministry will obviously approve it, and the other national highway team or the transport ministry will continue to do it. So there should be a separate independent regulator. It was also suggested by the Supreme Court of India in 2011 in this particular Lafarge Umam mining case. Okay, that one case was there, a court case, don't need to remember the name, but one case was there. Supreme Court suggested that you should have an independent thing who will do independent and transparent kind of approval of the projects, and then only EC will be given. And so now all the EIA currently, it looks like it reacts to the development proposals rather than anticipate them. Okay, so it is kind of, they also know that this is going to come, they will approve it anyway, and after that, when whatever happens, that time they will deal with the crisis instead of first itself solving or giving the proper EC or rejecting the EC, that they are not doing now. Okay, so now the cumulative impact and the, as I told, long-term impact also should be checked, and now it is being done as a box ticking approach, meaning like checklist. They will tell, okay, fine, cutting trees, fine, okay, this is fine, that is fine, everything they'll put tick and tell, okay, approved, you go and do it. So that is why this all has to change. Policy makers should address the needs of the IHR as a fundamental policy. This is the conclusion. So there is no solution properly or not, but these things you can write: regulator, then box ticking approach should be gone. Whatever negatives we told, just tell the positive side of that and you get the solutions also. More it is focusing on problems. Okay, this article. So now the second article, will AI kill us all? Okay, artificial intelligence, does it has the power to kill us all or completely wipe out humanity? That kind of things. In movies and all, you would have seen the same thing the author has told in this article also. Whatever we see in movies, same thing. Okay, so here risk. Okay, risk. The word risk is a dynamic and ever evolving concept susceptible to shift in societal values, technological advancement, and scientific discoveries. Okay, so we had like before the digital age and we have the present digital age. So before digital age, we sharing each other's personal details to each other or phone number. This and all was not a big thing. But now in this age of cyber attack and data breaches and all, everywhere it's danger, everywhere it is risk. And then they're telling about a film like Ex Machina, or in Indian context, you can take the robot movie, Rajnikant movie, where the robot itself start getting emotions and start thinking by itself, and then it becomes like opposite, like to the founder itself, it is like a villain now. So that way, in multiple movies it has shown, it is becoming more smarter than the humans or the creators themselves, and then it is causing a lot of hazards. Okay. So there are short-term risk also for AI, there is long-term risk also. Immediate short-term is like the malfunctioning, like day-to-day something, small things keep happening. You instruct something, it does something else. That is the immediate risk. Long-term risk is that the existential question, meaning that itself, as I told, it will grow beyond the human, and then the society, whatever implications will happen, what all dangers will happen that we can't even predict. So like that, short-term and long-term both has to be addressed in a multifaceted approach, meaning we have to face by face look it, and then look it in all 360-degree angle and decide. And then the concerns about the amalgamation of AI and biotechnology. Okay, this is again the same thing. You are putting biotechnology, means you are putting in emotions, thoughts, desires, everything into this robot, or it will obviously learn by themselves, this chat GPT and new things. If you see, you design it for scanning the entire internet and then make some decision or give you some output. Later, what if it starts doing everything by itself, or it gives something according to its own mindset? Okay, so like that, in certain sectors, that is the main point in this article, is in certain sectors, maybe like medical sectors, maybe like defense sectors, these areas and all, if you start putting more and more robots and all, what if it backfires? What if it, even medicines, if you like for making medicines or something, some dosage gets changed or something goes wrong, it will affect the complete humanity. Okay, here again they're telling about the pivotal services like water. Okay, for giving like water to a building or something, some machine or robot is set up, something which is like completely programmed and automatically it is going. By chance, any chemical, something up and down it happens into the inflow or something, it will affect the lives of the people. Okay, it will cause catastrophic repercussions and we can't do anything to reverse it. Okay, if people's life goes or anything get hampered in society, we cannot reverse it. So that kind of things author is telling, be aware, and you should see to it that never ever AI will be put in every sector. Okay, just because it's there, it can help the humans, it should not replace the humans. Okay, so AI must undergo rapid self-improvement in culminating in a super intelligence that far outpaces human intellect. The potential of super intelligence acting on misaligned, corrupted or malicious goals, this can cause very harsh scenarios. Okay, so the change lies in aligning AI with the universally accepted human values. So when you do something, when you design something, see to it that understands the normal globally accepted human values, meaning the ethics angle also should come in the robot and not just purely blindly putting emotions into it. Okay, else it will start thinking by itself, like you saw in Robot or Ravan. Many movies are there in India itself. So now the world does not have a unified approach. That is one major concern which author is telling, because everybody has its own regulations. India has its own regulation, European Union has its own regulation, China may not have even any regulation. So then if that way if you go, the long-term safety or the ethical deployment, this and all we cannot guarantee. Okay, Stanford University have an AI index in which they are telling about different legislative bodies, like who all passed the law. So with the word artificial intelligence, there are 37 laws passed in 127 countries. Okay, so that way the study as per Stanford is telling that everybody are making their own law. The most celebrated one is the European Union's AI Act, okay, which is actually based on like a risk-based approach, but at the deployment phase only, area of AI deployment. When you make it and then give it to the market, till there only you are doing the risk analysis. After that, when people start using it, when it starts getting more and more data, that time how it will behave, that thing is not covered in this EU regulations, and that is what the author is telling. So tying risk solely to the deployment area is an oversimplified strategy. Okay, you should do it in the not only deployment area. See, while the area specific approach is valuable, okay, that is valuable, but a more holistic view of AI risk is necessary to ensure comprehensive and effective regulation and oversight. Okay, and again they are telling you in modern day we will see, just because we want to promote everything fast, like digital, this thing and all, sometimes we'll give more the restrictions we'll take away. We'll tell, okay, you do how much of research you want, you do how much of development you want. Like that, government will allow everyone, like private sector, everybody to do. But what if a China kind of country, without who usually don't have any regulation, they do something, and others, because of safety reasons, we bring in like EU Act and our AI Act and all, and then our research will go backward. China will be like then reach much ahead. Okay, China without any regulation will have a advantage in the competition terms, and then AI China will become number one. So that problem is also there. Okay, you put restrictions, there is problem. You don't put restrictions, then also there is problem. Okay, because every full world is not going to follow one pattern, especially China. So China will become number one in AI, and then we will not be able to catch up. So that also you have to consider while doing all this. And at the conclusion, they are telling this only, the defense angle. Okay, in the military, you should not put too much AI or robots and all, because it can go out of hand. And also we have like nuclear weapons, we have a non-proliferation treaty. For chemical weapon, we have a chemical weapon convention. Like that for AI also, AI use in military, we should have a global convention where every country accepts or tells like we will not overuse the AI or this automated things in the war and all. And that has to come together. Okay, and that choices which we make today will shape the world we inherit tomorrow. So that's a good line you can use in almost every topic. Okay, any UPSC question comes in the head introduction or conclusion, you can use this line. Okay, please use this line in your practice mock test and all. Use this. Our choices today will shape the world we inherit tomorrow. So this kind of catchy lines you get only when you read the newspapers. Coaching classes gives a usual thing like introduction, conclusion, way forward. It's a usual thing which you find in these magazines. So try to get unique lines, because who is unique, they are going to be in the top 10 rank of UPSC. Okay, others all may pass or may not pass, I don't know, but one who writes unique answers with unique wordings which others don't write or gets from coaching, they are the ones who will clear the highest rank, and that is what you need, right? Highest rank. So try to learn like this every single day. Our test series also covers like this unlimited data. In our mains test series also, if you enroll, the model answer PDF, in case you don't write also, if you are lazy and you don't write, still model answer PDF will be given for every question. So in that also, like opening line, quote, and many things are there for every answer. So it will help you to build more answers. Okay. So come and WhatsApp me for 2025 package or 2024 package, whichever it is. All the offers are closing now, including current affairs. So come in, tell in comment section the feedback about free videos, and also for enrollment, come and contact in WhatsApp. Okay, Instagram also please join. I put a lot of videos and all. Okay, because many things, because of copyright issue, we cannot put in YouTube, but Instagram, Facebook and all, we can put almost every kind of video. So come and join there and see what is happening. Okay, most of the Israel videos or Palestine videos, many videos I put there. So come and join everywhere. I will wind up this. Thank you and have a nice day.